Hello. Uh, we are revising it cybercrime, cyber ethics chapter. Previously, we have revised it HTML chapter. I hope you saw that video and revise it. Now we are discussing. First, we'll discuss in this video. I'll discuss about normal cyber ethics, cyber crime, cyber safety. Chapter we have already discussed it, but again I am revising it so that you can aware and you have to revise it that uh, chapter. In this video, we will also discuss about uh, some MCQs, some question answer, so that you will get benefited accordingly. So first, we discuss about cyber ethics. Cyber ethics refers to the code of responsible behavior on internet. That means it is a ethics which behavior is important online. Online behavior is important. So cyber ethics can be defined as a study of moral, legal and social issue including cyber technology. This thing you remember it. That means online behavior is important, maybe moral, legal and social issue also. So this ethics can be maintained, and this ethics maintained online, or we can say internet, and it refers to the code of responsible behavior on internet. The meaning is very simple. You should maintain some ethics, rules, regulation, because you know the meaning of ethics. The meaning of ethics is the study of morality. We can define the morality, we can define the behavior in any situation. So this is called ethics. Next, e-commerce is the sale of purchase and sale of goods and services over internet. It also involves electronically transferring of data and funds between two or more parties. Now any purchasing and selling online is e-commerce, either goods or services, anything. So e-commerce play a very important role. Basically, commerce stands for business, trade, and E stands for electronically. So electronically commerce, sale and business, sale of sale and purchase of goods and services. So n number of websites are there, and right now online is using very much topic, very much hot topic, and currently it is using more and more things. Next point, e-commerce security is the protection of e-commerce assets from unauthorized access. So in e-commerce, security is very important because unauthorized person can access anywhere, anytime, anything can access. Use, alteration or destruction security of e-commerce can be categorized as private, integrated, authentication and non-reputation. Now simple meaning is there. Security is required for unauthorized access, destruction, alteration, and it can be security of e-commerce can be categorized. So categorize means privacy, the policy, integrity, authentication. Integrity, authentication, the meaning is some validations are there, and non-repetition, non-repeating things, mention it in e-commerce. E-commerce, next, encryption. Now there is two things, encryption and decryption. Encryption and decryption, just like when we are giving password, that is in encrypted form. The meaning of encryption is non-readable. That is the most important thing, non-readable. है ना. So non-readable means example I have given password. So password is the thing which is non-readable. So encryption refers to the act of encoding data into non-readable form. It is also known as cybertext. So encryption is also called cybertext. This thing I am revising it. Cybertext. CIPHER. Cybertext. So that those data cannot be understood by unauthorized person and can be securely transmitted via internet. Obviously, when you are inputting password, that means other one can not easily understandable. But the main thing is that maybe sometimes look, person can break also password. So the rememberable thing is you can always give password a combination of character, alphabets, numbers, symbols, and also use upper and lower case character both. So it will not easily crack it. Next, intellectual property. Intellectual property includes creation of mind such as invention, literacy, artificial work like music, picture, photo, software design, training, model system. N number of things are there which we can maintain it and which can be traded through e-commerce. Intellectual property rights are for protection of these things traded over the internet. So the things are going on in IPR and maintain accordingly. So the things include are protection, invention, literacy, artistic work. These all three things are there which you can maintain it. Next is the various form of intellectual property protection are copyright. In intellectual property right, IPR have n number of things are there like copyright, trademark, trade secret, and patents. These four things are required in IPR: copyright, trademark, trade secret, and patents. So these are the things which is required. Next, digital property, also known as digital assets. So the meaning of digital assets and digital property is same. And what is the meaning of assets and property? Every property or assets, if is in the form of 0 and 1, that is called the digital form. And always digital property always store data in the form of 0 and 1, and maybe any digital property either online or offline, either electronic storage online or offline. That is the most important thing. That is the summarize up of cyber ethics chapter. Again, I am telling you cyber ethics, security of e-commerce, then security provision e-commerce, then firewall, frauds in e-commerce. Different types of frauds are there: IPR, intellectual property rights, copyright, trademark, patents, trade secrets. Four things are there. Then digital property right. IPR is different and digital property right is different. Digital property rights have data, internet account, plagiarism, software license, agreement to use, open source software, free software, digital divide, free of information. These are the topics available in cyber ethics chapter. Previously I have explained it, but in this video I am just revising it, this thing. Now next is, again, some of the important parts are also remaining. The first is plagiarism. Plagiarism occurs when someone tries to pass off someone else's work, thought or ideas as their own without appropriate knowledge. It can be text, audio, or video, or image. The meaning of the simple meaning, we can say the meaning of plagiarism is it can copy, or it may be a copy through another person's content. So plagiarism is just stealing of data, we can also say. So occurs when someone tries to pass off someone else's work, thoughts, ideas, or their own without appropriate knowledge. So maybe what is stolen, it may be text, audio, video, or image. It can be anything. Next, software license is a document that provides permission by owner of the software to take some act that some act that owner has the ability to control due to their ownership of intellectual property right. That means IPR has software license, and the things include in IPR patents, copyright, trademark, trade secret. These are the copyrights available. So software license is a document that is permission by owner of the software. That means the software you have, or you have created, or you are owner, that means you are eligible, and someone purchased that software, again the another person who purchased the software also eligible. For example, suppose Windows operating system is there, and Windows operating system developed by Microsoft company. So Microsoft company developed it, Windows operating system, and you want to use it, Windows operating system. So you purchase the Windows operating system. Now you can use it. So you have taken license from owner. Who is owner? Microsoft company is the owner. Take the license and use that software. Next, open source software. Open source software is a computer software that has a source code available to the general public, or use it or with modification. That means software is available. Source code means programming is available, and any person publicly can use that source. Source means coding. Can we use it? Can we change it? That is called open source software. So this is called open source software, and open source software are Linux, MySQL, VLC player, OpenOffice, Mozilla Firefox, PDF generator. These are open source software. And some of the software are proprietary software like Windows, Oracle, MS Office, Photoshop, Internet Explorer, Adobe Acrobat, Matplotlib, MATLAB. These are the proprietary software. Next, digital divide refers to the gap between those able to benefit from digital technology and those who are not able to. So simple thing, digital divide means those who are aware with technology, it is also called digital divide, and those who are not able to do anything, they are also called digital divide. A simple meaning is there. If you know technology, again you are a part of digital divide. If you don't know technology, again you are a part of digital divide. But the main thing is that the meaning of digital divide, it will fill the gap between those who are able to take benefit from digital and not able. Next, freedom of information refers to the citizens' right to access information held by government. So freedom of information refers to citizens' right. Citizens का right है or to access information held by government. Those the government giving facility, they can use it. So freedom of information, the meaning of freedom of information is the whatever government is giving, citizen has right to access the information. Access the information means to see the information, to see the information. If any information providing by government, and person can see it or citizen can see it. Now solved MCQs is given. First, digital code attached to a message that is uniquely identified, the message is called. First one, the digital code attached to a message that uniquely identifies the message is called. Uniquely identify the message is called digital signature. So the simple thing, if you are signing it digitally, the message is there, that is uniquely identified, because no two persons signature is same. So first, the option is A, digital signature. Next, which security technology established an encrypted link between a web server and a web browser? Secure technology establishes encrypted link. अब वो encrypted link provide करते हैं, जो encrypted link provide होती है वो आपकी SSL, जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं, है ना, SSL आपकी जो प्रोवाइड करता है वो सिक्योर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिक्योर सॉकेट लेयर वाली बात है. ACT मतलब सिक्योर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ट्रांजेक्शन और SSL सिक्योर्ड सॉकेट लेयर. तो आंसर जो इसका है वो C है, सिक्योर्ड सॉकेट लेयर. ये क्या करती है? टेक्नोलॉजी एस्टेब्लिश इनक्रिप्टेड लिंक बिटवीन ए वेब सर्वर एंड ए वेब ब्राउजर. वेब ब्राउजर और एंड वेब द interface, it is an interface. Secured socket layer is an interface between web server and web browser. Next, a digital document issued to a website by certification authority of the internet is called. तो digital certificate, a digital document issued by to a website by certification authority of the internet. जो certificate, those who are giving the certificate online, they are called digital certificate. That means the person is eligible to run any website on web, on internet. Person eligible है वो web access करने के लिए. Next, TLS stands for transport layer security is the main option. We can say TLS, the meaning of TLS is transport layer security. Fifth, in which method do manipulated browser direct customer to fraudulent website? So in which method do manipulate browser directly customer to fraudulent website? Farming is the thing. Farming is the approach which we can use it. This method can use it to manipulate browser direct customers to fraudulent websites. Next, the art of gaining access to the system or data by exploiting human psychology is called human psychology, social engineering. Art of gaining access to the system or data by exploiting human psychology is called social engineering. What is the most important activity in system hacking? Simple thing, the meaning of hacking and cracking is cracking the things. So second part, cracking passwords, is the option which you can crack it. The thing is crack. So next, phishing is the form of, obviously phishing means thefting, so identify the theft. Phishing means theft, identify theft. Next, ninth, keyloggers are a form of, so keyloggers are a form of spyware. So spyware is the thing which keylogger is. So keylogger is, again we can say, spyware. Which of the following is not a malware? So simple thing, malware means virus. So spam, again part of virus we can say. Spam means we can say not related to that subject, like spam mail, that is not related to actual subject. So spam, virus and worms are same thing. So not related to malware, that is application software. Next है, a software that spies on your computer activities is called spyware. Spyware is the software which spies on computer activities, and it is also called keyloggers. So spyware is the software which performs computer activities. Next, choose the one out. Twitter, Amazon, Flipkart and Naptol. 12. A, Twitter is the website, again social media site which you can share your view, but Amazon, Flipkart and Naptol is a e-commerce website which you can purchase or sell it. 13. The sale and purchase of goods and service over the internet is called e-commerce, obviously. 13A, e-commerce. The sale and purchase of goods and service over the internet is called e-commerce. Now 14th, the act of encoding data. Encoding data in ciphertext or non-readable form is known as encryption. Encryption is the thing which is, data is not in readable form. Data is not in readable form. Data readable form में नहीं होता है. And the decryption is the original form. Non-readable form to readable form converting is called decryption, and enabling means one form to another short form is called encryption. Now we discuss about e-commerce. Define e-commerce, write two applications of e-commerce. Exactly, I have already explained. E-commerce is purchasing or selling of goods, buying or selling of goods on internet is called e-commerce. And applications of e-commerce are marketing, finance, manufacturing, shopping, etc. So these are the things which maintain it: marketing, finance, manufacturing and shopping. Describe some feature of each of the following computer crime. Spyware. Spyware, already it's a keylogger. The software that spies on the user to see what information it collects of the user. It collects personal information or monitors internet browsing activities. So spyware is a software which a person can access in internet activities. So spyware observe all the activities. It install itself on computer without the user's knowledge and run it in the background, secretly collecting data. So again, very important role played, that is called spyware. That means ये ऐसा सॉफ्टवेयर होता है जो सारी पर्सनल इन्फॉर्मेशन को कलेक्ट कर लेता है और ऑटोमेटिकली इंस्टॉल हो जाता है और बैकग्राउंड में वो सारे डेटा कलेक्ट हो जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट, Denial of service attack, DOS attack. It is also called DOS attack. DOS attack is a malicious attempt by a single person or a group of people to cause the victim. तो विक्टिम को जो अटैक होता, मेलिशियस अटेम्प्ट सिंगल पर्सन या ग्रुप ऑफ पर्सन को, जिससे परेशान हो जाता है. Website or not to deny services to its customer. Its purpose is to shut down, change or program defacement or modification of internal data of a website so that it will be denied services. Ultimately, एक वायरस जैसी प्रोग्राम होता है जो सिस्टम में भेजा जाता है और उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता सारी इंफॉर्मेशन को. So it attacks malicious attempt by a single person or a group of people to cause the victim. तो पर्पस यही कि चेंजेस ऑफ प्रोग्राम, डिफेसमेंट और मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ इंटरनल डेटा. फिशिंग, समवन्स थेफ्ट्स पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन को थेफ्ट करना, इज कॉल्ड फिशिंग. फिशिंग, इट इज द एक्ट of tricking someone's into giving into confidential information like password and credit card information on a fake web page or email from pretending to come from a legitimated company like their banks. It involves use fraudulent websites, email or text message to access personal data. Sending an email to a user falsely claiming to be an established legitimate enterprise in an attempt to scam the user into surrounding private information that will be used for identify the theft. Some false approach or some another approach or some similar type of mail send it to the user for filling the confidential information. Like maybe someone wants to send the information of bank, like SBI information, fill up the SBI information. The person is not authenticated by email, but he or she is doing email and sending the information and feel that SBI is asking someone something. So unfortunately, if you are not getting properly and if you are not check authenticity and you fill all the information, then it is called phishing. Next, how can a software be protected by IPR? 4 things are there: copyright, patents, trade secret and trademark. See, you aware all of this, you can see it. So website design, database, source code, data structure, confidential graphics, user interface, web page, algorithm. Related properties of a software can be protected by intellectual property as these rights provide different method of ownership. The owner of the software will have more control over who gets to use in how to get to the public. Otherwise, people might use it without permission. Copyright category. Copyright is the exactly protection given for original work. For example, if you are author of any book, you have a copyright and no one can sell without your permission. That is called copyright. These things are in the following kinds of work can be protected by copyright: computer programs, database, book, architecture, design, literary works, films, musical composition, artistic work, etc. Now, difference between copyright and software license. Copyright safeguards ownership of an intellectual property. That is a IPR property, copyright. If you hold a copyright to someone intellectual property, you have several rights regarding that property and you can sign, sell or sell or give some or all of these rights to other. But software license on the other hand is a document that lets someone use your software. Yes. So software license is a license which anyone can use it if he or she purchased that software. So it provides permission by owner of the software to other parties to do something with the software with X sum. For example, a computer program is created. Copyright law effectively gives ownership of that program. Copyright can give it ownership, but software license is a legal mechanism that allows the information of agreement without other parties. However, they use copyright works. So it's a legal mechanism. Next, difference between proprietary software and open source software. Very simple thing. I have already given the example previously. Proprietary software is those software which have license under the exclusive legal right of the copyright holder that does not allow user to redistribute, modify or access its source code. Source code cannot modify it, cannot change it, cannot update it. It is developed by person or firm who has a right. The person has the right to allow it. Now OSS, open source software, is a computer software with source code made available. Source code made available and license with an open source license in which the copyright holder provides the right to study. So in open source software, you can modify it, you can change it in any software, and it will be public can interfere it and public can develop it. That is the most important thing. Example, proprietary software, Microsoft Windows, open source software, Linux. This is the operating system example. Other examples are also there, like database Oracle is a proprietary software, MySQL open source software, free. Media player, Windows Media Player is a proprietary. Proprietary means purchase it. VLC Player is a free open source. Proprietary software, Office, MS Office, Microsoft Office, developed by Windows, is a proprietary software, and Open Office, which is Unix or Linux based, is use it. Open Office, it is a use it. Now next is exercise time, short description, again revising it in a very short time. It is very important and very useful. Firewall is a type of, obviously firewall is a type of, firewall always used for security purpose. So we can say firewall is a security threat because it is always used for security purpose, and you know it, that security, that is called firewall. Next is, because firewall can access unauthorized access, other person cannot access unauthorized thing, so it's a security threat. Next, it is a stealing of ideas or creation of other. Stealing of idea, plagiarism, that means copying the things, है ना? Next, exploring appropriate and ethical behavior related to online environment and digital media is terms. So cyber ethics is ethics which maintain behavior online. You can maintain online behavior. Next, encryption is a term that refers to the act of coding data in the non-readable form. It is also known as cyber text, SIPHER. We have already studied this thing. Next, digital property includes, so it includes digital data, internet account, and intellectual property. That means all of this maintain it. What are computer ethics? Honest moral code that should be followed when on the computer. Obviously correct. Through computer we can follow moral online activities. One should not copy software or material. Obviously self-published or copyright. Copyrighted should not copy it, that material. Then digital divide separates those who have computer and those who do not. That means technical, second part, those who have technical knowledge and those who don't have technical, because it's fill up the gap between beneficial from technical knowledge and non-technical knowledge. So 8th B. 9th, cybercrime includes stealing or credit card number, unauthorized access, creating virus, all of done. 4th, चारों include होते हैं. And the last thing, a software made available for use by the author at no cost for unlimited time. Freeware. No cost for unlimited time. Freeware is the thing which author can use it with unlimited time. So I think you got everything, and I hope the lecture is the concept is clear of every topic. We have just revised it and we have solved it, MCQs and question answers. Again, it will be very beneficial for you and it will be helpful all future also, because this is a common topic which is not related to your subject. It will also help in future also. So that's all. Thank you. And if you have any query, you can write on comment box, and if video is good, you can like it and subscribe it and forward it to other friends also. Thank you.